Alright gamers, buckle up. Get those fists ready because 2025 is shaping up to be an absolutely massive year for one of the most classic, most satisfying genres out there. We're talking about beat 'em ups. From arcade classics reborn to brand new brawlers pushing the boundaries, the beat 'em up genre just keeps coming back swinging. It's that simple pleasure, right? Side-scrolling action, kicking butt against hordes of enemies, maybe teaming up with a friend for some couch co-op chaos. It taps into that old-school arcade magic while still feeling fresh and fun today. And trust me, 2025 is packed with titles you need to keep on your radar. So let's not waste any time. Grab your extra life because we're diving headfirst into the top 10 upcoming beat 'em up games of 2025. Kicking off our list at number 10, we have a title that feels like a passion project from an indie developer, Streets of Chaos by Bonfa Games. This one looks like a more traditional, classic style beat 'em up experience. The developer's been pretty open, showing updates and refining the combat system, which is always a great sign from an indie studio. You'll get a roster of 3 distinct playable characters, each with their own style. Now, the Steam page still says coming soon, but the developer giving us hints that a late 2025 launch is likely. If you love that core, solid beat 'em up feel and want to support an indie team pouring their heart into it, keep an eye on Streets of Chaos on PC via Steam. It's shaping up to be a great one to watch. Alright, prepare for something completely different at number 9, Armed Decobots. This game is a genre-bending wild child. It mashes up classic arcade beat-em-up mechanics with the intense projectile dodging madness of a bullet hell shooter. You're piloting an armed-up cleaning unit, yes, a cleaning unit, through a bizarre, floating city to get your stolen work van back. Seriously, how cool is that premise? The idea of punching and dodging through bullet patterns sounds like pure chaotic fun. It's got shared screen and split screen co-op, so you can drag a friend into the madness. Confirmed for PC via Steam in 2025. Alright, if you're looking for the most unique, maybe even slightly insane beat 'em up mashup of the year, Armed Decobot is your game. Moving to number 8, we've got a game that is leaning hard into that classic pixel art aesthetic, Fallen City Brawl. This one promises some hard-hitting action in a gritty pixel art style that screams arcade nostalgia. You're in the criminal underworld of Fallen City, and 4 unlikely strangers have to band together to take the streets back from rival gangs. But here's a cool twist. You've got a ferocious wolf companion helping you out. Pixel art, brutal brawls, and a combat wolf? Yes, please. While Steam still says coming soon, the publisher has confirmed a 2025 release across PC, PlayStation, Switch, and Xbox. So, no matter where you game, you can get in on this brawl. Alright, let's talk tech and technique at number 7, Spark Hunt. This game is aiming to capture the spirit of classic 90s beat-em-ups, but with a modern punch. It's built on Unreal Engine 5, which means we should see some seriously smooth animations and fluid movement in its 2.5D visual style. They're also promising a complex combat system, which is fantastic news for players who crave depth beyond just mashing buttons. A demo has been available, letting players get a feel for that blend of retro inspiration and modern tech. While Steam hasn't locked in the date yet, online buzz suggests a 2025 launch is very likely on PC. If you appreciate deep combat mechanics wrapped in a slick, modern retro package, keep Spark Hunt on your wish list. Shifting perspective a bit at number 6, we have Axe of Blood. This one takes the beat 'em up formula and puts it in a third-person perspective, promising a more brutal and visceral experience. Set in a dystopian city in Indonesia, you play as Hendra, a law student turned vigilante seeking revenge for his family. Expect fast-paced combat, mixing melee attacks, firearms, and strategic movement. The third-person view is definitely a fresh take for the genre, giving you a more direct look at the brutal action. A demo dropped in 2024, so it feels like a 2025 release is definitely on the cards for PC. If you want your beat-em-ups gritty, bloody, and up close and personal, Axe of Blood is calling your name. Alright, let's add some intrigue and a bit of detective work at number 5. Button Man. Set in a fictional Nova Scotia during the Prohibition era, you play a henchman whose boss gets whacked. Your mission? Find the killer and protect the town. What makes this unique is it blends classic point-and-click adventure elements with tactical beat-em-up combat. And you might even have choices that let you avoid combat entirely through dialogue and puzzles. Prohibition setting, mystery, comic book art style, adventure game elements, and you can talk your way out of a fight. That's fascinating for a beat 'em up. It's confirmed for PC via Steam in 2025. Button Man looks like a really smart, story-driven twist on the genre. Speaking of unique twists, number 4 brings the chaos. Beatdown, City Survivors. This game is mashing up the beat-em-up genre with roguelite and survivor mechanics in a sandbox environment inspired by 80s dystopian sci-fi. Your goal is survival by, well, causing chaos in a decaying city. You'll be punching, starting fires, recruiting other survivors, crafting weapons, and using the environment to your advantage. Roguelite beat 'em up in a chaotic sandbox? This sounds incredibly replayable and unpredictable. That dystopian sci-fi vibe is always cool too. Confirmed for PC via Steam in 2025. If you like your brawlers with a heavy dose of unpredictability and player-driven mayhem, Beatdown City Survivors is one to watch. Alright, let's take a quick breather. Not really. Time for number 3, and this one is wonderfully weird, Toxic Crusaders. Yes! Based on the hilariously over-the-top animated series that spun off from the cult classic trauma film, The Toxic Avenger. You get to play as Toxie and his gang of mutated, environmentally conscious heroes battling evil. The developers are promising a high-quality experience, digital and physical. Trauma fans assemble. This is pure, unadulterated, absurd nostalgia beat 'em up. Q2 2025 release confirmed across PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. If you're ready for some toxic, waste-fueled, side-scrolling justice, get hyped for Toxic Crusaders. Coming in at number 2, we have another game bending genres in interesting ways, Detained, Too Good for School. This is a unique blend of 2D action RPG and beat 'em up, wrapped up in a delinquent schoolgirl simulator. You're a recently released student, navigating classes, fighting gangsters, working part-time jobs, and getting into mischief, all while seeking revenge for your brother. School sim and beat 'em up? That's a combination I didn't know I needed. It sounds like a deep experience with life simulation elements mixed into the intense combat. It's expected to launch initially in early access on PC, with PlayStation, Switch, and Xbox releases planned. Get ready for detention, gamer style! Alright, brace yourselves for a legend at number 1, Double Dragon Revive. The Lee brothers are back. This is a reimagining of the classic beat-em-up series, bringing it into a modern 3D side-scrolling format. You'll be playing as Billy and Jimmy on a mission to rescue Marion, complete with enhanced combat mechanics and updated visuals. They're promising improved combos and the return of iconic bosses. Double Dragon is a cornerstone of the genre. Seeing it revitalized with 3D visuals and handled by Arc System Works, known for amazing fighting games, has me incredibly excited for that refined combat system. Confirmed for October 23rd, 2025 on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X-Race, and PC via Steam. Get ready to whirlwind kick again. And there you have it. Our top 10 upcoming beat-em-up games hitting in 2025. What a lineup. From classic revivals and iconic heroes to unique genre fusions and innovative mechanics, the beat-em-up genre is clearly thriving. Which of these are you most excited to punch your way through? Did I miss any titles you're hyped for? Let me know your thoughts. If you enjoyed this episode and are ready to brawl in 2025, please follow the podcast for more upcoming game lists, reviews, and gaming goodness. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, stay awesome and keep punching those bad guys.